coming up on At Your Leisure.
I'm Chad Booth.
And I'm Scott Huntsman. Hey, we're going to get wrecked today.
And you're going to want to see it.
And I'm Reece Stein. Coming up, a trip to one of the most infamous national landmarks in the country.
I'm Will Oxley, and the AYL crew is also joining Wasatch Adaptive Sports for a fun and friendly downhill ski race at Snowbird.
Chad, what do you get when you get the 5 best home wreckers?
You get right.
Oh, they're coming right out. Yeah, man, here he comes. Woo!
The best home wreckers in the world.
In the world, yeah.
You get the premier off-road record games at Sand Hollow.
And that's where we're at.
Yeah, and it's just absolutely great. Welcome to At Your Leisure. I'm Chad Booth.
And I'm Scott Huntsman. Here we are, Sand Hollow. This is an epic event. And I can't believe how many spectators there are here for this.
Well,
I mean,
you know,
this is packed.
The interesting thing, Scott, is that each of these guys that own these wrecking companies have YouTube channels, and they probably make more off their followers on YouTube than they do off their actual off-road recovery. They've become superstars. I know Matt has been able to build his Morvair, which is a Corvair station wagon that's kind of off-road.
Well, and I know the viewers are going to recognize Rory from Moab Motorsports because we've taken a look at that. He's down here, and several others.
Yeah, that's far away as Minnesota.
Yes, that's pretty cool.
It is. Anyway, it's a different kind of competition because, I don't know how you'd say it, the rules are a little fluid.
The rules are a little fluid. All I see is, the judges walking around with wads of dollar bills. I don't know what that has to do with it, but I think we'll find out.
I think they took their lead from the International Olympic Committee. I'm not sure. But anyway, there's a lot of stuff going on here at the record games. We should check some of it out.
Yes, let's do it.
What we're doing is we've got 5 areas set up to do like a dead pull on the beach, then rolling over a rolled vehicle onto its wheels, riding it. Then we've got the welding contest, which we're at right now. Then we had the dyno and the flex ramp. So far, it has been nothing but fun. The best thing about it is the judging, and just everything is just silly. We literally have money to bribe our judges to sway it in our favor, or we can bribe other judges to lose points off other people. It's just hilarious, and it's a lot of fun, and every competitor out here is friends, so none of this is serious or taken seriously. This is bragging rights and can nudge your friend and go, I whooped you.
Yeah, so we purposely brought people that had audiences because we wanted to put a place where they could interact with their audience and their audience would come and see them. And it worked out really good, apparently. Obviously, this event is for the fans that come out here. This is what this is for. We don't need to be out here beating our trucks to death. It's fun. I'm glad we're doing it, but we don't need to. But I know that for me and a lot of the other, like the whatever, social media influencers, whatever, they're here, and that's what they want to do, is be out here and meet their fans and just I don't know, just get to know them and thank them. I know that a lot of that's going on.
Whoa! Holy moly cow!
That's how it's done. Didn't that belong to you? Wasn't that your vehicle?
Yeah, well, I just was checking to see if the driver was still in it,
I think he got it back on its wheels okay,
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, right.
Anyway, there's a lot more of the record games going on, and we're going to find out about it in a few minutes. Right now, though, it's time to go to this story.
I'm Reece Stein at your leisure along the way on San Francisco Bay, heading for one of the most infamous national landmarks in the country. Marianne and I hadn't done the Alcatraz tour for years. Time to check out the historic prison. If you haven't done it, it's probably worth it. The included audio tour leads you through the cell blocks just as they looked when Al Capone, Robert Stroud, and Machine Gun Kelly lived here. The cells appear as they did when the prison operated from 1934 to 1963. It was established in 1847 as an army base and prison. We even get to try out some of the facilities. This cell features the hole in the wall where Frank Morris and the Anglin brothers made their escape in 1962. They were never caught and presumed drowned. The escapes are remembered today with the Alcatraz Triathlon, which requires the 1.5-mile swim to the mainland. Alcatraz is now a national park. During our week-long visit to San Francisco, we did mostly touristy stuff, walking or riding the extensive, convenient, and cheap transit system. A ride on the famous cable cars costs $8, no break for seniors. They travel from Fisherman's Wharf through Chinatown, then down Powell to Market Street, the city's commercial center. At the Lombard Street stop, we walk the crookedest street in the world. Every driver must test his skills with a twisty trip down Lombard Street.
Oh, there's so many highlights. I wouldn't know what to choose really.
The trolleys.
All of it. Yeah, the cable cars. Yeah.
The 28 bus takes us from the Wharf to the Golden Gate Bridge. Had to walk over the famous bridge at the entrance of San Francisco Bay. When it was finished in 1937, it was the longest and tallest suspension bridge in the world. Today it carries commuters, tourists, walkers, and bikers north to Marin County. It's painted international orange to increase visibility. The bus continues to George Lucas's corporate headquarters. We're welcomed by R2-D2 and a menacing statue of Darth Vader, as well as other Star Wars memorabilia. Outside, Yoda greets visitors from atop a fountain. At the historic cemetery, we run across the grave of Union Civil War General Irwin McDowell, infamous loser at the Battle of Bull Run. We choose to walk 3 miles back to our hotel along the coast, from the one-time Crissy Field Airport, past an inland pool with a smattering of birds, look back for the best views of the bridge, past a jillion dog walkers, to Fort Mason and the Great Meadow with 1/2 mile of paved paths and more dogs. The bus takes us to glorious Golden Gate Park and 1,000 acres of forests, meadows, and lakes. The 28 bus leaves the park for the Sunset neighborhood and the spectacular tiled staircase climbing the hill from 16th Avenue. The 163 mosaic steps depict the ocean up to the sun, detailing animals, fish, and shells. Names of resident contributors adorn the figures. Nearby is the 143-step Hidden Garden Staircase, another community-based effort with lots of color. At least 5 other staircases are scattered around the city. Fisherman's Wharf is changing. It is now centered on the restaurants and shops around Pier 39. San Francisco offers so much in a quick week, we barely scratched the surface. Reece Stein with Marianne along the way in San Francisco.
Places like the San Rafael Swell are famous for a reason. Endless riding opportunities, history that reaches back millennia, sites you never knew existed. All it needs is one central location where you can easily visit it all. That place is Farron, Utah. Sleep comfortably, dine in, and ride directly from your hotel or campsite. Experience the San Rafael Swell. Experience Farron.
Wondering where your next OHV adventure will take you? Outsiders Utah has your answer with downloadable GPS routes, ride times, distance, local amenities, and other details. 360 street views of the trails that let you explore before you go, and more. Eliminate the guesswork and uncertainty and find a trail you'll love. Visit outsidersutah.com and see the trail before you ride the trail.
Locally owned Stedman's Recreation has been serving Utah for over 50 years. The owners, Russ, Dave, and Kirk, living right here. Stedman's Recreation supports the community, sponsoring schools, Utah State Parks, and Utah trail systems. Looking for a new side-by-side, ATV, or a dirt bike? Your wait is over. Inventory is in stock. Let Stedman's help you get outside so you can create memories that last a lifetime. Yamaha, Honda, Polaris, Argo, KO, and Beta.
Stedman's Recreation in Tooele. You might think it's 300 miles out here, but remember, it's only 30 miles back.
There are a lot of small towns in Utah, and there are a lot of ATV trails, but there aren't very many that offer riding like this. Here in Hanksville, we're the home of Factory View. Pure adrenaline mixed with the grandeur of the West. Plus, with plenty of hotels and restaurants, you can stay and explore for days without ever needing a trailer. Hanksville, Utah, your base camp for thrills.
You know what, Scott? That guy is twisted.
Yes, he is. We call that pretzeled. That's a pretzel job right there. Isn't that thing cool?
It is.
That thing is bad.
Welcome back to At Your Leisure. We are down here at the premier record games in Sand Hollow in southern Utah.
You know, I almost feel like Howard Cosell.
Yes.
You know,
sometimes you even sound like Howard Cosell.
Exactly. We're here covering the off-road record games, a phenomenal event. And here we go at the Flex Station.
You know what really amazes me about these guys? All their records look like they're junk on the cab.
Yeah, right.
But when you look at them and you see, they got four-wheel steering and they got reduction gears. It's a totally different deal.
You know, and I'm pretty impressed with that because that's actually leaf springs on that old truck. And it's got big like 70 series axles under it. That thing is built, and hey, that's very impressive. He did really well.
Yeah.
Well, it is cool, but you know, I like the nostalgic look.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. Let's find out some of the other things that are going on right now at the record games.
Very diverse. Yeah, very diverse team. So BSF Recovery's out of Wisconsin. I call him the OG of off-road recovery on YouTube. He's had his channel out for 9 or 10 years. He's very well respected in his community, very active in the 4x4 community where he's from. Great team. We became friends with them through YouTube, and that happens a lot. So Merlin, he used to be on a TV show, Welder Up. He's just a really brilliant fabricator, engine builder. I didn't even know him, but when we started to promote this event, I just see all these comments. Merlin, you need to invite Merlin, you need to invite Merlin. So I always heard that there was somebody out to Moab that would have my videos on inside their shop, in the lobby of their shop. And it turned out it was Rory. When I met Rory, we just kind of hit it off because he's out there doing what I'm doing. He's problem solving. You can take a class on off-road recovery and they won't cover any of the real world. A Subaru wedged into nasty half, there's no course to take for that. You have to figure it out. And Rory's really good at it. Paul from Fabrats, me and Paul go way back. We spent a decade going after each other in Demolition Derby, and we became friends through that. And Paul was always awesome to run against because no matter how hard you went after him, he would never whine. So we always knew that no matter what, at the end of the Derby, we were going to have a good time and we were going to be okay. And if we needed to up our game, we'll bring more game next time. And that was awesome. It's really fun to run against somebody with that attitude.
Sometimes to recharge, you need to unplug. In Tickaboo, Utah, you'll find a landscape that will give you more energy than you ever thought possible. Escape the heat in the Henry Mountains, where history, off-road adventure, and bison herds meet. It's time to unplug and recharge. Tickaboo, Utah.
Jorgensen's Power Sports is your one-stop shop for all of your outdoor adventure needs. We carry a wide variety of ATVs, UTVs, RVs, firearms, outdoor accessories, and much more. Complete with both a service and warranty department. Check us out online at www.jhsport.com or give us a call at 435-896-6408.
The day starts. You have your family by your side. The horizon is your playground. In the heart of Utah Trail Country, you find Richfield, where friendly smiles go right along with a day of OHV exploration. Find everything from the most advanced trails to mild afternoons of family riding right on our doorstep. Richfield, the heart of Utah Trail Country.
Join us on AYL 24/7 with early access to commercial-free episodes, detailed trip itineraries, a look behind the scenes, group discussions and forums, profile and account customization, individual segments, and a nostalgic trip to classic episodes. We want our viewers to get the show they want to see when they want to see it. It's all the viewing you've grown to love and more. Sign up now at AYLTV.com.
Welcome back to At Your Leisure. We are at the Off-Road Record Games. Scott and I have been enjoying a lot of the tongue-in-cheek. However, you can't see this. This is a family show. Anyway, one of the competitions...
BSF recovery, that's what it is.
That's exactly.
BSF recovery.
So one of the competitions here is a welding project. And everybody has to weld trophies for the other contestants.
Yep.
Okay, so BSF does not have an onboard welder, but they're going to make up for it with old school know-how.
Old school technique.
Now you say this actually can be done.
It can be done, yes.
Have you ever done it?
I have not personally tried with batteries, and you know, I think based upon this, I'm going to try. I'm going to do this someday at the shop and just play with it. But the old school technique is series wire, 3 12-volt batteries. You got
Right.
36 volts, DC, stick weld, strike your arc. Away you go.
All right.
He's going to do it.
Eric's-
We're going to see how it's done.
Eric's pretty confident he can pull it off. Let's go check it out.
Okay.
I've never installed a welder on this truck. Simply because in my neck of the woods, we just tow them out. We don't fix them on the trail. We just tow them back to camp. So when they had a welding competition here, I thought to myself, what am I going to do? And an old school trick came to mind, and that was using batteries, 3 batteries in series, and welding that way. I had never tried it. I welded lots of other ways. I'd never tried it off of batteries, but I thought, you know what? Let's give it a whirl. So that's what we did down there, and apparently the Miller guys were very, very impressed. We built the record about 14 years ago and started a YouTube channel just to support the record, just to make enough money to keep it running. This is where we're at now. It's totally amazing. I cannot believe it.
This really is an amazing event, and there are so many spectators. The guys that are running these trucks, I mean, I'm fascinated by it.
You need your own YouTube page, Scott. You could become a big star just like those guys.
Well, I guess I better get a tow truck, somehow jack it up.
Yeah.
Put some kind of an engine that's going to make, you know, like 3,000 horsepower or something.
Why don't you
in it.
just, no, you don't have to do tow truck. Just get a tune-up machine.
Okay.
You know, so you can.
Something we can just kind of
like
tune on the fly.
An engine analyzer and put it in a great big truck and say off-road engine tune X.
I think you're onto something here. There we go.
Right now, let's go check out this story. It may be a little more down to earth.
So this is our Subaru Athlete Challenge, an awesome part of our HGGC Steve Young Ski Classic. This is our student program portion, and just a ton of fun. We do this to celebrate our students. Really, they've had an awesome season. We've got 60 students up here today, a portion of our 300 to 400 that ski with us through the winter. It's just a great day for them to celebrate, get out and meet some of these awesome professional athletes, Olympians, Paralympians, have some friendly competition in a day, really just to celebrate our students and how much progress they've made.
It's about access, it's about enablement, it's about empowerment, it's about giving people a chance to grow, and especially those that don't naturally just can come up and do like everybody else. You got to make a special arrangement for them. And that's what the program's for, is to make the special arrangements so they can enjoy this feeling. And it's a one-to-one love affair, Wasatch Adaptive Sports, with everyone who comes up here.
We wouldn't be who we are without Steve and his foundation's support, the Forever Young Foundation, supporting us through the years. He is the reason why most of these students are here today. They're hoping to meet him, hoping to grab a picture. The students just love Steve, and we can't really express how much we've been able to do through his support, through him and his foundation and his family through the years. Our history is intertwined with his support.
Well, right now we are watching all the students do their runs down the ski run, and it's really exciting to see all the students and their reactions and their faces and just the experience that they're getting.
I'm having so much fun. This is the first year I've ever skied, and I thank you, Mr. Subaru. It was a great thing that they've done here. It's changed my life.
The mountains and recreation fuel our lives as instructors and staff. That's why we do what we do, and anyone should be able to do that whenever and wherever they choose. And we've created our little community here that allows that to happen, and through this event and others that get more visibility, hopefully, that access grows and grows.
We actually have 4 students in this, and it has been a tremendous experience for our family. This is exciting. It almost makes me cry.
The smiles here are the biggest smiles we see all year. The stoke is so high, getting choked up, because students look forward to this day every year. On your mark.
At Your Leisure has a long-standing reputation and a large, loyal audience of adventurers in the outdoors. Although we're excited to continue to grow and enjoy the shared success of our longtime sponsors, we have space for more. And if you have a brand that would benefit from the 2 decades of goodwill that we've built, contact us at ayltv.com and let us amplify your voice above the competition.
What does the modern explorer look like? Do they head out before dawn and ride until dusk? Do they find what's never been found? Here in Wayne County, you are the modern explorer. Climb in your machine and set out on the Great Western Trail. Wayne County, Utah. Find what's never been found.
When you're ready for adventure, fuel your machine with Clear 91. Fuel for performance, fuel for adventure, and fuel for the long haul. Ethanol-free, 91 octane. Fill up with Clear 91. Only available at Eagles Landing. With you for the long haul.
Okay, Scott, you think this thing's all laid out for you and all nice and neat, and then all of a sudden, decisions. You got to pick something.
Exactly, yes. It's a free-for-all show. It is something going on at every single station, every one of those events. It's great. I'm having a great time.
I know, you're like a kid.
I am. I'm a little kid in a candy store.
That's right. At Your Leisure is here at the very first Off-Road Record Games down in Sand Hollow, southern Utah, just right by the Nevada border. And, you know, they got a lot of food here. And that's the nice thing about outdoor events in Utah. Always lots of food.
The smoking tacos are smelling really good right now. I think I'm gonna have to be all
smoking tacos. Cheech and Chong actually run that.
Okay.
Anyway, you know, this has been just a really entertaining event. They have to make it entertaining because these 5 record companies have big followings.
Oh yeah.
They're like their own television network.
They are.
And so their fans come up to see them and drive all the way across the country. Where'd you say that guy was from today?
Virginia.
Virginia.
I talked to somebody from Virginia.
Drove out here for this thing.
Just for this.
They expect to be entertained the way they're used to on their videos.
Oh yeah, it's great. I absolutely immense. This is gonna grow.
Oh yeah.
I know this is gonna really go crazy, and these guys are gonna have more participants. People are gonna build rigs just to compete in this.
Yes, well, but I think they do need to be a tow company legit.
Okay.
So get your record license from whatever state you're in. You don't have to use it, but at least have it. I think it's time for us to get some food.
Oh, let's do it. I'm
Big
starving.
choices. You check out next week's show.
All right.
Next week, Rhea and I are joining the folks from Polaris Can-Am Honda World as we show you some great riding opportunities right out of the city of Mesquite. Then we're headed back to the Yardley kitchen as Katie Yardley is sharing another great recipe for some delicious, quick enchiladas. And finally, Doug Jessup is setting sail as he climbs aboard a Windstar cruise ship and takes us out for a great time in southern France. Now, let's check out our calendar of events. First up, Jamboree season is back, and we are kicking things off with the Tri-State ATV Jamboree, March 29th through April 1st. You must register online for this event, so be sure to visit tristateatvjamboree.com. Then, the Kanab Red Rock ATV Jamboree is April 26th through the 29th. So be sure to register for that so you can enjoy endless riding opportunities on the Montezuma Trail system.
Well, that's all the time we have for the show this week. We got to go out with Matt on a real recovery.
Hey, nothing better than riding along with Matt and Lizzie right now and this big old bad boy. I think this is cool.
Right. Remember, there's adventure on every bend.
Remember, get out and create your own at your leisure.
Woo! Wild card, crazy man, Merlin!